Hi everyone, so this is the second video covering the work I did on the kit car during my week off from work. In this video I'm going to be covering all of the other jobs that I did on the car in that time. Mostly they were minor jobs, mostly small things that needed to be done that have helped progress the build on in some way. So rather than carrying on waffling on about it, let's just see what I did. One of the things I want to do is put some P40 filler along the folds on the inside of the arch infill panels, and that's because I've got to sand those back quite heavily to get the shape right. So I'm probably actually going to sand through the original layer of fiberglass using P40, which is basically fiberglass anyway, and to fill that in it means I can add some strength and rigidity there, as well as making sure if it do burn through the original layer of fiberglass, it doesn't matter because there's going to be fiberglass behind it. Just another one of those to do, and a rear arch to do, and a rear arch to make. So one of the other jobs I want to look at this week is building a bit of a frame and brace for the bonnet. So you've seen in a previous video I installed these couple of bars which they need actually bolting down properly, but this sheet of steel that they're in is flimsy, so I need to build a bit of a frame. And what the thinking is, this piece of angle across here, another piece of angle down there, and a piece of angle between them will just sort of reinforce that whole area. Now I have to see how well that then works. What I'm also going to have to do is down here for the gas strut is probably reinforce that section with a piece like that as well. So I'm just going to start having a look at that now. Okay, so the basic frame is done, just needs riveting into place. Air riveters are bloody awesome. I should have had one of these ages ago. I'm so grateful to Steve for lending it to me. I've done those rivets so quickly, I actually forgot to record them all after doing the first one just to test it, and then I just flew through them and oh crap, I'm going to do the last one, I better record it. Absolute, they're superb. Why I struggled with a hand riveter for so long now, I don't know, but there you go. Anyway, awesome. Buy one if you need to do lots of riveting. It's made an improvement in that it now all flexes together, but it does still obviously flex because there's nothing around here, so I need to try and work out what I can do for those corners. Worst come to the worst, I might just have to abandon the gas strut idea, because that will be stiff enough to work on the hinges, it just won't be stiff enough for the gas struts to work. So we'll see on that. Probably doesn't look like I've achieved a lot today, but everything I've done has taken quite a bit of time to plan out and do. Oh, actually, what I've also been working on is these. So the idea is that I have a couple of those quick latches on the inside of the arches, and it's really easy to take the arches on and off. Okay, so just pushing the car out, realise the gearbox appears to be in gear. I can hear either the diff or the gearbox clunking as it moves in and out. Bear in mind they've both got no oil in, that's not a huge surprise that they're clunking. Yeah, so I'm going to put the gear lever in so I can take it out of gear. What I'll also be using with those is some of the sort of like OE car pressed plastic fastener things, which I've got a load of already. So yeah, that went alright. I need to actually move the quick latch button further inboard to give it enough room to all work, but the idea is going to work, so I'm quite happy with that. But yeah, I've done lots of little bits and pieces of working out planning and stuff, so yeah, that's it for today. Anyway, I'm going to just pack away now. Hi guys, it's Wednesday, about lunchtime, and I'm just getting out to go into the garage since Monday when I picked up the alley and stuff. The battery on the X5 is dead. I don't know why. I've now got to try and find out how to get some power into it so I can start it and move it out of the way. And now the alarm's going off. Okay, managed to push the car back and get the trusty old Maypole battery charger on the job. That seems to be doing the job. The central locking's back working again now. God knows what drained the battery in the first place, but I think I might have to keep this handy for a bit to make sure that if it happens again, I can charge the battery. Right, the X5 then is on charge, and hopefully that's going to fix that, and hopefully we just left the boot open a little bit or something and that left a light on and that drained the battery or whatever. It's kind of buggered up some of my plan for what I was going to do first, which was going to carry on working on these arches, get them sat right and finalised so they're removable and all the rest of it. But I need to be out there with the grinder, which means I need the extension, which I can't do, so I'm going to hold fire a little bit on doing that. Mentioned earlier in the video about something clunking at the back here, which I think is the gearbox or the diff. The gearbox now is out of gear, so that shouldn't be turning at all. So I think it's diff. So I think it just needs some oil putting in it to stop it making a noise, and if it's not that, then maybe something's loose. Don't know, but as I've got to put oil in there at some point anyway, I might as well put oil in it now while I'm waiting. So I'm going to find my little pump jug and we'll do that. Finally I found my pump bottle. I'd very cleverly hidden it under my roller cabinet. Brilliant idea. Anyway, got my pump bottle and got my 2 bottles of Castrol B373 racing gear oil. So this oil is racing gear oil suitable for limited slip, and basically what that means is it's the right spec oil for this diff. It's got some additive in it which makes it better for a limited slip differential. Not that you really need that on a ATB diff like I've got in mine, but it came recommended by the guy I bought it off, and also another local specialist motorsport company. So I thought, well, you know what, it's not that expensive, it's about the same price as a decent normal diff oil, so I'll just buy it and give it a go. So that's what we're going to put in there now. So for those of you that have never seen or used a pump bottle before, we'll show you how it works. So this is a pump bottle. It's got a pump, and it's got an output, and it's got a bottle. Simple so far. So what I need to do is decant the Castrol into there, undo the fill hole in the diff, put that in the fill hole, pump, oil goes from there, through there, into the diff. Simple. There we go. So the diff should take about 1.4 litres, and these bottles are a litre each. So yeah, that'll do that one. Okay, so it's the fill plug, we'll just undo it. Okay, so the way you fill the diff, put the oil fill tube in there, fill it until the oil runs down the back. Simple. Might need a bit of a top up once I've actually got the diff in properly, because as you can see by that wonderful well, you can't really see how lacquered that is. As you can see by that ground clearance, I still haven't put the top mount in, so the diff is sitting a little low. That's the fill tube in, and now I've just got to pump it in. So after the various bits of spillage that's inevitable when you're doing that job, I reckon I've got about 1100ml of the oil into the diff, so that's fine. That's better than nothing that was in there. We'll need a top up, I think, when I put that rear mount in, but I'm not doing that yet. I need to crack on with more important things for now than running gear when I haven't even got an engine back yet. So that's that in. Let's see if it still clunks. Okay, not sure if that will come out in the video, but there is still a bit of a clunk there somewhere. There it is. So probably wasn't the diff being empty of oil, or if it was the diff's foobar. But no, I don't think it's a diff. I think it's just something else that's not quite done up right or whatever. There's plenty of stuff in here which is loose, so yeah, I'm going to just be not worried about it for now. Okay, you can see it's now starting to get dark outside, and that's because it's been a really long time since I recorded a clip, and that's because I can't find anything I bloody need today. So that's it for part 2 of the video from my week off. As always, thank you for watching. Remember, if you like the video, to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for notifications on when the next videos are coming out. Also, remember, you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and follow us on Car Throttle.